afternoon and welcome again to the big match. We've given Brian a day off again, as we always do at Christmas. You fools, you've got me back again. I've got two of the lads to help me on the show, two very well-known faces, everybody knows them. There's Rodney Marsh. I see you got dressed up and your hair's done especially again, Rod.
Yeah, oh, yeah, nice to see you again, both of you. It's nice to see you.
Not both of us, there's only one of
you.
Okay.
What about him?
I haven't introduced him yet.
Mirage.
And then there's Mr. TV himself.
Hello, sir.
Terry Venables. This year he's come with his eyebrows.
Thank you very much, my boy. Mind you, I'll tell you what, you get me out of bed, last minute, he turns up with no socks. What's it all about?
Well, he said to me, if he's not going to wear a hat, I won't wear any socks.
He couldn't buy a curly hat.
They said come casual. No, Terry has stepped in at very short notice. In fact, I had to drag him out of the club at 4 o'clock this morning.
It wasn't easy.
Club foot.
Seriously, he's here because Malcolm McDonald missed his plane from Newcastle this morning.
Still talking.
As usual, the big match have got 3 tremendous games. There's Chelsea against West Ham, and that will be followed by Grimsby against Charlton and Newcastle against Leeds United. Later on in the show, we have Where Are They Now? And you are guaranteed some hilarious joviality and also one of those famous fun spots. But now let's get on with the football, and it's Chelsea against West Ham as we join Brian Moore.
Well, thank you, Terry. The fellow there doing me out of a job. As we say, welcome to Stamford Bridge for this derby game between Chelsea and West Ham. Chelsea having bucked up a little with 2 successive wins against Luton and Carlisle, but still very much in the relegation area. And West Ham, who've lost only 1 of their last 15, and by far London's most successful side. Prospects of a quality game with plenty of attacking football. Let's first of all catch up on the 2 teams, though. And Chelsea are unchanged, and that can't have happened too often this season. Young Ray Wilkins at 8 is one to watch. As for West Ham, they've had to make a change in their attack. Billy Jennings is out. He's not really been fully fit for a couple of weeks now. So West Ham have John McDowell in the number 7 shirt, and Clyde Best, who scored twice in this corresponding game last season, is the substitute. Also watch out today for a new role for the Scottish World Cup player David Hay, now slotting into the back 4 alongside Mickey Droy and doing a good job for Chelsea. And certainly there's versatility in the West Ham side as well, where John McDowell has lately moved up from full-back to a skillful midfield position with a good shot on him as well. So there we are, there are the preliminaries. The crowd at Stamford Bridge now waiting for the start. So referee Robert Perkin from Stafford then waits to get this game underway. Chelsea will be attacking the goal on our left in the all-blue strip with white stockings. West Ham today in the all-white strip with light blue stockings. And here's Keith Coleman for them. McDowell back to lock. In so many ways, West Ham's revival started on this ground last Boxing Day when they were 2-0 down and went on incredibly to win by 4 goals to 2. They were 21st in the table then. They saved themselves and really built on the success of the last spring to take themselves into 6th position in the First Division this season. A goal kick to Chelsea. As I say, they've won their last 2 games against Luton and Carlisle, and indeed they've not been beaten here at Stamford Bridge since September. John Phillips, Welsh international goalkeeper, has really been vying with Peter Bonetti for the first-team spot at Chelsea this afternoon. Looks as though he's got an undervest on as well. It could be a bit chilly out there, very blustery. Well, that goes to Patton. Brookings made a run for him and Patton couldn't quite reach him. Off Hay. Patton with the throw. Robson. And now Patton. Robson again. Brought down just inside that area, but no foul, said the referee. And here's Hutchinson to take the running up for Chelsea. Wilkins going on outside him. Harris steaming up behind him. Still with Wilkins. He's done well. Hay linking up nicely. Brought down, and I think certainly nothing malicious or too menacing about that challenge by Coleman. Hay fell over his legs, and it had to be a free kick, though. A shot by Kemba. Oh, just hitting the top of that West Ham crossbar. Swerving a little bit maybe in the breeze, and it's a blustery one. And Day didn't get a fingertip to it, and luckily for West Ham, it just clipped the top of that crossbar from Steve Kemba. Brooking, yes, that was hit rather powerfully for him, and he couldn't cushion it quite enough on his chest. Wilkins to Harris. The long ball towards towards John Hollins, who'd advanced from the middle of the field. Hutchinson now for Chelsea. Kemba's right in there too. Here's Kemba. Free kick, right on the edge of the box. Now this could present some danger for West Ham. The wall has got to be formed properly, and certainly on the big match once or twice at West Ham this season, we've seen how they themselves have pierced opponents' walls. Now they're facing some of that music themselves. There's the West Ham wall. Taylor there, very animated. Hay, the Chelsea figure, in the middle of it. And West Ham will want to get him out of the way. Day also will want to look at it. Hollins driving it through the wall. A magnificent save by Day. Hollins hit that superbly, and Day answered the challenge perfectly. So a corner then to Chelsea. Cook will take it. Kemba's made a run towards the near post, and Garland was right in there too. Wilkins trying to turn it back. Lampard heading it away, but only to Charlie Cook. Hollins. McDowell. Bonds lost that in the air. Kemba found it, and he's found Cook. And again. West Ham really being pressurised just around their own penalty area. Garland there. Well, West Ham let that go so far, and Garland couldn't quite catch it properly. Quarter of an hour gone, no score. McDowell. West Ham's throw. Brooking again. Now Cook. Yes. A rather savage attack from behind by McDowell on Cook. The referee at the moment missing nothing. Shorter haircut. And Cook heading it on that time towards Garland. And Coleman thought about the pass back, but Garland was in the way, so Chelsea get another throw. And Hutchinson is on hand for the long one, but Charlie Cook decided he'd take it himself. Wilkins. Bonds heading it away. Brooking. Neatly getting his way past Harris, and here's the pass from McDowell now. West Ham, really a tremendous counter thrust by them across the face of the goal, and Gould is on the far side. Oh, and he went right back across the face of the goal again before Robson could turn it in. And Brooking was right there too. Just couldn't find the extra half yard or so that it needed to get it in. Keith Robson there. Lampard nodding that one away to Wilkins, but here's Hutchinson again. Wilkins floated on nicely for Locke. Now can Locke get this one across for Chelsea? It's a throw. And the number 10 going across again. And so it's another Ian Hutchinson special. And Mickey Droy right in there, the big number 5. He's probably the fella he'll aim for, and in fact it's Droy who gets a header to it. Not in there, and somehow just over the bar by Garland. Well, Droy did so well for Chelsea, getting in there, a valuable header, and it looked odds on that Garland would be able to turn it in, and instead of that, it just plopped over that West Ham crossbar, and we stay at 0-0. Mervyn Day coming out there and losing that ball in the air to Droy. So the Hutchinson long throw nearly worked again, and here's Hutchinson leaving it for Kemba. Garland. Kemba. Beautiful aggressive play again by Chelsea. Kemba. Oh, what a fine save! And Hutchinson couldn't quite turn it in. But still Chelsea are keeping up this pressure with Harris. Played on for Charlie Cook. And Bonds happy to get it away anywhere. Robson. Brooking. Played on this time for Gould. And Droy winning it in the air, and West Ham can have time now to draw breath and take a throw. great save again by Day. Brilliant running through by Kemba. And Clyde Best has stripped off and in fact looks as though he's coming on. Now who's going off? Billy Bonds is going across that way. And I think Billy Bonds is going off the field. I thought for a moment he might be going across just for a consultation there with John Lyle, you can see on the left of our picture. But Billy Bonds, the inspiration of West Ham, is off the field. I didn't see him injured, whether he wasn't fully fit when this game started. But he is off and Clyde Best is on. Played in for Garland. And now for Charlie Cook. This time he's got it in quickly and straight to Day. And Garland's feet were rather high there, genuinely going for the ball, I think. And Taylor and Garland getting in there, and Hutchinson pushing Taylor away. And I think Taylor will be very lucky to get away with, without at least having his name taken there. And Garland saying, what on earth were you playing at? Certainly Garland's feet were high, but I'm convinced in my own mind that that was a genuine attempt for the ball as Day went in for that early cross from Cook. But Taylor felt that it was a little unfair on goalkeeper Mervyn Day. And into the book they go. Well, certainly it was quite a buffeting for Mervyn Day there, but not for a moment did he take his eye off the ball, and credit to him for that. In fact, it was the first time that Charlie Cook had really got an early cross in, and it looked as though it could cause West Ham all sorts of trouble if he could continue to do that. And Gould versus Gary Locke, and Locke finding Cook. Good control there by Cook. Killed that ball beautifully, and then showed a little too much of it to McDowell. And then McDowell losing it to Kemba. Here's Cook again. Best doing very well. Padden now to Robson, beautifully taken by Robson, but before he can go on, the whistle has gone. For half-time, a really competitive first half, as you'd expect in a London derby game, and no thoughts really that Chelsea are in such trouble near the foot of the table. They've carried this game and the fight to West Ham. They've hustled them all the way and given West Ham no chance at all to settle. A lot to come still on the big match this afternoon. Mervyn Day, who's made a couple of tremendous saves. But in spite of all that attacking aggression, particularly from Chelsea, a goalless first half. The half-time score then at Stamford Bridge. Chelsea 0, West Ham 0, and we'll be right back with the second half. So welcome back then to Stamford Bridge, 0-0, and Chelsea now attacking the goal to our right, which is just what they're doing at this moment, although Taylor and Coleman between them getting it away from Hutchinson. Gould turning it on towards Clyde Best. A flick there by Best behind Keith Robson. There in the spectacles, telling Dempsey what he wants. What I imagine they'll probably do is they'll put Dempsey alongside Droy and release Hay to the middle of the field. So no disrespect to John Dempsey, but Kemba had looked the outstanding player for Chelsea so far this afternoon. Oh, McDowell lost out on that one, and Hollins was quick to pounce. Here's Garland. Oh, both sides intent at the moment on giving the ball away, but here's Brooking giving it to teammate Graham Padden. Padden shot! Oh, and that was curling all over the place and nearly caught Phillips out. Hit with great power there by Padden. Phillips going one way and had to readjust very quickly. So it stays at 0-0. Lampard, Hollins with the interception, West Ham get the throw. Oh, well, he's given it to Chelsea. Well, that is an incredible decision. That is an incredible decision by the linesman. Mr. Hoff of Poole. Cook. And there's Harris linking up. Hutchinson right in there, and Day right in there too, and that could so easily have been a goal, stemming in fact from what I would have thought was the wrong decision by a linesman. Here's Locke though. Hollins again. That's a better looking one. Dempsey was right in there too. It's got to be a long one, they decide in the end, from Ian Hutchinson. Well, it very nearly produced a goal for Chelsea in the first half. Will it produce one for them now? Oh, and Day was in trouble! Oh, good heavens! Knocked away by Kevin Locke. And Dempsey put it straight back, or rather Hay put it straight back from one number 6 to the other into the arms of Mervyn Day. That's a long kick, and Dempsey was underneath it, and Hollins was supporting him. And here's the pass now for Wilkins. Best really streaking back there after Wilkins, but it's Coleman who finally does the tackling work. Garland. There's his cross coming in. Oh, my goodness! Yes! Hutchinson, 1-0 to Chelsea. And Kevin Locke, the man in the picture there, knows that he had a hand in it as well. Because as that cross came over from the left, from Garland, Locke sliced it. Mervyn Day somehow miraculously got his hands to it, pushed it against the crossbar. As it came down, there was nothing he could do about it, as Ian Hutchinson turned it in to put Chelsea 1-0 into the lead. Chelsea 1, West Ham 0. A goal that Chelsea, I think, deserved. Carried the fight so well to West Ham all afternoon. They've shown more aggression, particularly in the middle of the field with Hollins, and when he was on Kemba. Now McDowell playing it in towards the wall there. Now this is the sort of occasion when West Ham, one, are going to miss the inspiration of Billy Bonds in the middle of the field and the striking power of Billy Jennings upfield. Nice one on this side of the field flagging. The referee waving play on, and it's going to be another long throw from Ian Hutchinson. It's almost a hum of expectancy in the crowd every time Hutchinson tries one of these long throws, and I'm sure that there are a few flutters in this West Ham defence now. Twice in this game he's nearly got through for a goal, and there's another massive throw, and Day not getting to it, and hey! So yet again, Hutchinson nearly causes confusion, or does cause confusion, and nearly produces a goal. Hayes' header well stopped in the end by Day. Padden, his aggression winning there for him, and his pass finding Clyde Best. Can Best get by Droy? It's another corner. Certainly West Ham coming forward with much more aggression now themselves since they conceded that goal. But still seeming, at this moment at any rate, to be a long way from scoring that equaliser. Chelsea really at the moment having the measure of them in defence. But here's Padden with another corner for West Ham. Towards Tommy Taylor. Towards Keith Robson, and grabbed just at the end there by John Phillips. And Robson in a little bit of trouble in that goal mouth with Harris and Droy. But what do they expect? Players really have to go for a ball in that sort of situation. I think Droy was saying that his feet were high. But what Chelsea should have been worrying about was how high his head was. Brooking. Padden. Robson. Back for Padden again. Hit first time by Kevin Locke. Should be no trouble for Phillips. He's had to come a long way for it. And McDowell is right in there, and he couldn't quite get his shot in. That just wouldn't fall quickly enough. In fact, it didn't go quite as deep as Phillips thought, and he had to come all the way. And then when he didn't get it, it left a goal that was pretty vacant, except that McDowell couldn't quite get in the shot that would count. So Brooking taking this corner for a change. Come for Coleman. Curling again. Bobby Gould is right there. And Gould has equalised. 1-1, and Bobby Gould has done it. He's been kept quiet for so long in this game. But when that chance came, Gould made absolutely no mistake. He had time to take it on to his right foot and really whack it past Phillips to make it 1-1. Chelsea 1, West Ham 1. 7 minutes to go. And now we really could have a finish. Well, that must sicken Chelsea, who looked the more dominant side for so long, and for whom 2 points are absolutely precious in their fight to get away from the relegation area, and looked for so long as though they'd give nothing away. But now it's all square. And if anything, the pendulum will swing West Ham's way with the scoring of that goal. Padden then with the throw. Best. Padden. And now Lampard. That'll go back to Locke. And then to Day. Robson. Lampard beaten by Hay, but Robson's up there again. And Locke can turn it away to Charlie Cook. Cook for Hollins. Brooking right in there, and Hollins going right through with that challenge and doing well. And here's David Hay for Chelsea. Played on for Charlie Cook. Garland and Hutchinson are in the middle. Garland is there. Is that a penalty? No, it looked like a push on Garland, but the referee thought no. Now it's Wilkins. And in they go again, but offside both Hutchinson and Garland. And West Ham can breathe again. Rain beginning to sweep across Stamford Bridge. Best underneath this one, but not really getting a clear header to it, and Cook will turn it back for Gary Locke. Oh, and there was a misunderstanding there, but play on, and the referee was right, because the ball was inside the area when Phillips grasped it. If it had been outside, of course, it would have been a handball and a free kick. A throw to West Ham. Played nearly a minute of injury time. Robson over his head. Gould right in there again. Still with Bobby Gould right in there again, and Droy will turn this one back, but the whistle had gone, and that's all over. And it's 1 point apiece. Chelsea, I suppose, will feel just a little saddened by that, who'd had perhaps more of the game than West Ham. Bobby Gould's equaliser, though, robbing them of the 2 points after Ian Hutchinson had put Chelsea into the lead. So, honours even, and a final scoreline then at Stamford Bridge that reads Chelsea 1, West Ham 1, and now back to Terry Mancini, to Rodney Marsh.
And of course, Terry Venables. It was a pretty tough game yesterday, and I suppose both sides will be satisfied with a point. And I think, first of all, we ought to have a look at the 2 goals. Now, what do you think of the first goal, Rod?
Not a lot.
Well, no, by your standards.
Yeah, I think it's a very bad mistake by the fullback, I think, there. Letting him come inside him for a start. Mervyn Day does terrific to get the ball out. And in fact, he's looking the best keeper in England at the moment. I think he's looking magic.
Do you think the fullback should have forced him outside, do you?
Yeah, well, yeah.
Yeah.
And he sticks it away well.
And he stuck it away very well.
Yeah.
Tremendous.
Stuck it away well, but I think The cross was one of those goals that if you concede it, it's very bad for you. You're not happy with that sort of goal against you.
No. He should have been cleared by Kevin in the first place.
No, well, I think the fullback actually.
Especially when the fullback's got no cover in that instance, I think he's got to force him out wide.
Yeah.
So therefore, it's got to be a higher cross, which gives the goalkeeper a little bit more time to see what he's going to do and make his decision.
Yeah, well, we don't know
exactly
what sort of skill that the fella had to beat Coleman with. Anyway, what about the second goal, the equalising goal for West Ham?
Yeah.
What do you think of that?
Let's have a look here, eh?
Good headed clearance there by Mickey Droy. Got plenty of distance on it.
I think the manager will be very upset about this.
So will the team, I should think.
I mean, look at what... Hutchinson's not coming out of there.
Yeah, well, what's happened there, obviously, that this is a tricky one, actually. On a corner, it's hard to decide what's a good clearance and a bad clearance. If it's a bad one, you've got to stay.
Yeah.
Now, although Rodney said he got a lot of power, or yourself said he got a lot of power, he didn't get a lot of height on it. Again.
No.
So therefore, they weren't able to come out as a unit. Most of them come, but I think Hutchinson, being a forward, I think that he wasn't aware, as a defender would be, coming out.
They looked drilled to come out, didn't they? They looked as though they wanted to come out.
Yeah, but as I say...
If one player stayed, it's suicide, isn't it?
Yeah, well, as I say, him not being a defender, he wasn't quite sure what to do. In the end, in actual fact, he made a very good challenge. It was a bit unfortunate not to get there, I thought.
Anyway, we'll go back now and have a look at some of Ian Hutchinson's throws, because they put West Ham in a lot of trouble yesterday.
Yeah.
And we'll just go through them and see what you think of those. He gets a hell of a lot of distance and power in them.
Yeah, we were just saying, actually, that we've never seen him throw a ball this far away from home. And apparently Gordon Jago said that they changed the balls during throw-ins.
Well, I don't agree with that. You can't say that, Rod, really, because...
a very valid point. They reckon that...
Well, how about in the cup final, when they played Leeds in the cup final in Manchester?
No, hang on.
The boy threw the ball 50 yards.
Gordon Jago said that at Chelsea, when the ball goes out for a throw-in, they throw back another ball that's a light ball. And he can throw it... No, it's true. It's absolutely true. I mean, look at this.
You can see it gets them in a lot of trouble, actually, these long shots.
Hell of a lot of trouble.
Chelsea are prepared to put a lot of people in the box because they're aware of... You can see, in actual fact, a change of attitude from defenders. They're a lot more panic-stricken, I think, because they're so close to their own goal. Panic sets in, and I think that they don't know whether their goalkeeper's going to come. They hope he is. And in the end, I think they capitalise on this Chelsea. They did very well.
But going back to that point, Rod, I mean, I can't see them taking their own balls. I can't see them taking their own balls and blowing up their own balls. What's all that? Well, you have a fella up in the terrace, and like every time it's kicked up, he throws a Chelsea ball back.
Making a very valid point of that, I think that they should use that more, shouldn't they? They should get more joy from that. I mean, when a fella can throw the ball 50 yards, virtually 50 yards like that, they should get much more joy from it.
They do get quite a lot of joy from it. I mean, they was in trouble virtually all the time that he was throwing them in yesterday.
Yeah.
Now, what do you think of West Ham and Chelsea as a whole? I mean, what's your views on those?
Well, I think West Ham is very interesting. Obviously, this year they've had a great change for the better. I mean, I've always thought of them a little bit at... on their day, they was going to be the best team in the country. But I felt they was a bit brittle. If you pressured them enough, they would collapse. A little bit like, I think Leicester have gone like that. They've got similar sort of players. Yeah. But now there's no way that's going to happen anymore. They've definitely got a lot more harder, resilient, and I think that match with their skillful play, I think is great. I think they've got a good chance now.
They've definitely had a lot of steel at the back.
Aggression, and at the front. They're winning balls in areas where they never used to win
They're closing down well at the front.
All over.
The three fellas up front are working very, very hard, extremely hard. Right. I mean, you've played against both teams this season, Rod. What do you think of Chelsea?
Well, I'd like to talk about West Ham just for a brief second. I think that Terry's overestimating them a little bit there. I don't think West Ham will do very well this year. I think they're weak in the part of the field, which I consider to be the most important. I think that, well, without criticising any one individual player...
Changing balls at throw-ins.
I think... I think they're a bit weak in
give us a quick mention on
midfield, left-hand side. Eh?
What do you think... A quick mention on Chelsea. What do you think of those?
No, look.
You don't rate them?
Well, I don't like to see them playing the defensive way they're playing.
No, you've got to appreciate they're in a situation now where they must pick up points.
Yeah, I appreciate it, Tom.
And if they pick up points, they will then pick up confidence to play a lot better. Every time they win 2 games, they only got to lose 1 and they're back in again. It's a hell of a...
Well, sorry to interrupt, but we've got to get on with some more football. And we'll have Rodney to introduce the next game.
Yes, it's a 3rd division game between Grimsby and Charlton. It's Grimsby in the Stripes, and it's TNT television, or it's almost TNT television. It's Yorkshire television, it's Keith Macklin, the commentator.
Who's chasing him? Hales! And a good save by Freeman. Hales turning well on that. Neil Freeman turning that shot from Hales round the post. Horsfield. Hales! Yes, it's in now. It looks like the big blonde of Goldthorpe that's done it. Freeman stopped the first shot. Freeman got to the first one, but forced home at the second attempt. Flanagan coming up to Dunphy. Two red shirts together. Hales. Cripps. Cripps' head. Grimsby in a bit of trouble now as Charlton pile on after the goal. Curtis. Cripps is up there, but headed away by Bull. Dunphy. Flanagan. Hit the post, and Powell the clip. The defence is all at 6s and 7s. An appeal for handball, a very firm appeal for handball from Horsfield. Horsfield absolutely convinced an arm kept that out. But the Grimsby defence absolutely at 6s and 7s at the moment. Here comes the corner again. Up goes Goldthorpe. Hit the crossbar. So we've had the upright and the crossbar hit in consecutive moves. Really, this Grimsby defence, despite the acquisition of Steve Govia, is in serious trouble. That was Goldthorpe's header. So free kick to Grimsby Town. They're one goal down. This a dangerous moment now. A chance for them to get this equaliser. They've striven for, but not too inspiredly. Churchman! It's in! Barnes finished it off. It was Churchman's shot that Tutt could only parry. So the move from the free kick worked. It was Churchman's shot as the ball was squared to him, and it was Barton who was following up to make it 1-1.
Well, I think it was bad luck for Charlton there. I think they should have had a penalty. But now it's time for your letters. I've always wanted to know who the couples were at the opening titles. I always thought it was Alan Ball on his day off. But in fact, Terry tells me it was him. But actually, we've had a letter through from Patricia Potter of the Star and Garter, Brook Road, Montpelier, Bristol. Dear Brian, I'm writing to let you know that the couples at the clip at the beginning of the show are from Bristol. Where else? They are namely Josephine Cook, Raymond Phillips, Michael McNeil and myself, Patricia Potter. And Terry, Rodney and myself want to know if we can come down next week. But they've entered into the spirit of it and they've sent a letter and that's who they are. And now the next letter will be introduced by Mr. TV.
Yeah, the next letter comes from Duncan Newell, Plymouth. He wants to know who we feel is the greatest player in the world. We've all had a vote, and unanimously we feel it's got to be Johan Cruyff. We feel we've got a superb bit of action to show you, and here it comes right now. Here comes the ball. This is why I'm a fine player. I'm the greatest player in the world. I know this. We know this. This is fine. Here you see, I have great control of myself. I come through on the backside. I go through, get into the box. This is good. We know this. This is fine. I think I'm the greatest player in the world. We will win next time. I know this.
I've got to say, that's the worst impression I've ever heard.
That was terrible. Anyway, Rodney, now it's your turn.
Which is even funnier. No, that's a great impression, Slim.
That's all right, Wurzel.
This letter comes from Charlie Farnsbarn, 37 Lettsbury Avenue, and he says that in the game last week against West Ham, he noticed that I didn't wear pads, and he says it's a bad example for young footballers. Well, I'd like to be serious for a minute and say that it is a bad example. I wouldn't advise young schoolboys to do a similar thing because it can be quite dangerous. And my legs have been scarred previous to this anyway, wearing pads early on in my career, but I thought there's no need for it. But I don't advise young boys to do it at all. Very good, very good.
And would you wear shin pads on your head?
Well, I don't, because they keep sliding off.
Okay, your eyebrows are sweeping back out your head.
Anyway, the last letter this afternoon is from Jeff Cook, aged 5, from 67 Wisden Road, Stevenage, Hertfordshire. He says, Dear Brian Moore, after your interview with Rodney Marsh last week, I thought I would like to give him a Christmas present. Well, I'm going to give it to TV for Rodney.
Oh, no, a bit strong.
No, I think it's a wonderful gesture. It's about time someone combed his hair.
But you're not really in a position to have a go at people's hair, are you?
No, I'll tell you what.
I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll give you this to Rodney if I can give you a flannel. Give it a wipe over.
No. I always carry
That's
me
very
over.
nice of you.
All right, that's from Jeffrey.
Thanks a lot, Billy Bull.
Anyway, now on the big match again for our Where Are They Now spot. And this week's Where Are They Now spot is a little bit different. I can guarantee some shocks and laughs. The fellas we're going to look at now are still playing today, so let's turn the clock back and see how many of them you can recognise. Here's the first one. Rodney.
That's the FA Cup in 1960.
Seriously now, who's that?
That's a rascal haircut, isn't it?
That's my good friend Alex Stepney.
Alex Stepney, very good.
Yeah. Don't try and get round
The next one?
Oh, that's another FA Cup.
It's
That's
Moro,
Moro,
isn't
isn't
it?
it?
He looks well, doesn't he, Moro?
Moro when he was 3.
I didn't think he was ever that young. Oh, goodness gracious.
No, that's the FA Cup in 1962.
That's rent and ugly, isn't it?
Oh, no.
Oh, I didn't think he had ears.
I'll guess Rodney Marsh.
Yeah, very good. Yeah.
Oh,
Next one?
Poss, isn't it?
Oh,
it's
Derek
Poss.
Posse.
Yeah, definitely.
Giving it. Oh,
I think he's having a kip there, isn't he?
He looks better than he does now.
Oh, Jeffrey.
Oh.
It's Bugs, look.
Oh, you won't be happy with that one.
He won't be too impressed. But anyway, he's not in the London area, so we can have a go at his railings.
Rent a Hampstead, isn't it?
Oh,
okay.
Where do he keep getting his ears from? Own up, seriously.
Peter Bonetti, yeah.
Peter
Peter
Bonetti.
Bonetti looking well there, Cat.
Yeah, go on.
Oh, Beeley! Beeley!
Clarence.
It was Clarence,
Clarence
in the eyes.
Lyon,
It's Clarence in the eyes, isn't it?
Dear, oh dear. Oh,
Jack.
it's the giraffe, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, wish I had
Very,
that.
very good, that. Very good.
Look at the quiff. Like you see. Oh, yeah. Have a spot up.
That's Valdemar Venables.
Spot the spot. On the spot. Malcolm.
Oh, Malcolm.
Planet of the Apes.
Oh, that's a bit strong, that. Leave me out. What's that?
That's terrific, that is.
Henry with a thatched head. God, I didn't... Oh, look at her!
Oh, no.
Right, leave it out. It looks good. That look a bit taken.
Actually, we thought the other one was a wig. The bald wig.
As it is, that's what's underneath.
It is, I just took it off. It's the first time ever, folks, I've took it off. Anyway, now it's time for the third game. But there's still a lot more to come, including another fun spot. But this third game, Terry, you will introduce it.
That's right, let's get very serial now. This
Okay.
It's Newcastle v
Cereal?
Leeds. Cereal, yes, of course. It's on every week, isn't it? It's Newcastle v Leeds. And here we have it. This is a game at Newcastle. Always find a very difficult game. It's always plenty of wind about and there's lots of atmosphere. The pictures are from Tyne-Tees television. The commentator is Kenneth Wolstenholme. And, of course, Newcastle, as we all know, are in the stripes.
Lorimer finding his fellow Scott Jordan, number 9. Lorimer. Fine bit of full-back play by Natras. No luck about that. Well positioned on the goal line. Lorimer with the corner. The pushing by McQueen gives free kick to Newcastle United. Surprised that Jordan was allowed to get away with that. 20 minutes gone of a match which has really been dominated by Leeds United. This is Mackenzie. Yorath. Jordan, and a great save. Great save from Lorimer. Tremendous effort by Ian McFall. It looked all over a goal for Leeds United. Good to see Alan Clark doing so much work back in defence as well as up with the attack. Oh, that really caught the referee a curler. Clark winning that tackle, Alan Clark. Well, the referee seems all right, but he certainly took a nasty crack from the ball. Kennedy. It's a beautiful goal. Gone in this second half, and once again this young fella Alan Kennedy has done it for Newcastle. He got the ball, he knew if he tried to make ground he'd be smothered by this Leeds defence. So what a perfect left foot shot, beautifully placed into the corner. Natras to Jinky Smith. Natras, brought down by Cherry. Smith, number 11, to take the free kick. Tudor. A beautifully taken free kick by Jinky Smith, allowed to go right across the goal mouth, and it should never have been allowed to do that. The full marks to Tudor, coming in, seeing that he had to dive lower to hit the second goal. It's McDonald. We just need a spectacular goal from him, and that will complete a fine afternoon for Newcastle United. It's a corner kick. That was a really nasty one. Terrible one from Barraclough. Just about 2 or 3 minutes left for play. Corner to Newcastle United, who lead 2-0. Kennedy, the man who started the goal rush, to take it. And it's a goal! Tudor has scored. And a beautifully placed corner by Kennedy. Once again, that arch opportunist, John Tudor, running forward to meet the ball, glancing that header, which caught the Leeds defence completely on the wrong foot.
Well, we're sorry about the quality of picture there from Newcastle, but you can't win them all. Anyway, now it's time for the fun spots. Unfortunately, there's quite a number of people who think that we are taking the mickey out of professional footballers when we do these things, but I don't think so personally. What do you lads think?
No, I think it's great. I think the footballers themselves, they enjoy it more than anyone else. I think it's great. It's a time when everyone's a bit depressed about everything. They just want to be hit in the face with laughs and that, you know.
Yeah, it's funny anyway. I mean, whether it's football or not, it's a funny thing anyway. In fact, I think that you should show less football and more fun spots.
Then that is a shot coming from you. No, but here's our latest fun spot coming up. We haven't seen them, and we hope we're going to enjoy them as much as you. Oh, wonderful, marvellous. What do you think of them?
Oh, unbelievable.
Eh?
Really terrific, yeah.
I think Bobby Gould and the referee's got to cap it all.
Referee Bobby Gould.
He could be bringing the game to disrepute here. He was having a little grope there, wasn't he? The referee, wasn't he?
Oh, the referee, yeah.
A bit strong, I thought.
Did you notice that? Anyway, any New Year's resolutions?
Yeah, I'd like to see all the good things come back into the game too. I'd like to see less of the hooliganism and such like that we've had in the past. I want to see the crowds coming back, and I want to really everyone to enjoy the game because the product's good, and I think that we want to see a lot more of the good things.
Great, tremendous. Rodney?
Well, my resolution has nothing to do with football, actually. It's...
Yeah, but you can't mention that on the screen. That's not allowed.
I'd like to genuinely see an end to all these stupid bombings and things. It upsets me a lot, and I'm very serious about it, and I'd like to... It's ridiculous.
Right.
Yeah, it's right. I echo those sentiments.
I think all footballers echo those sort of sentiments.
Yeah,
it's
a bit worried now. Yeah.
Well, my one is... I'm not going to bring the game into disrepute anymore. It's too expensive.
He said, in fact, he's even burnt his shorts. But he's frightened in case he's going to get done for Arsenal. Is that strong or what? Is that too strong?
Anyway, thanks very much, Tel. Thanks very much, Rod. A wonderful show.
Lovely to come on your show. You're a mitzvah.
But we'd just like to say a Merry Christmas from everyone at Big Match. We thoroughly enjoyed it. We hope you do as well. And we can only go out one way with Bobby Gould leading the chorus.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish